I do want you to share where you're joining in from. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to place them in the chat. So we are diving into handling overwhelm with deadlines when you might be frustrated with your things to do list and so forth. And I find that a lot of times that if like if I have a whole lot of deadlines on the horizon, and I might be like, okay, how am I going to really meet all these deadlines? One of the things that I do is I like to prioritize. So I will list all the things that I have to do and make a note of the deadlines, and then I will start to prioritize. That does help. And another thing, I'll say, okay, these are all due on different dates. They might be due at different time periods and so forth. I will just knock them off in terms of priority and the timing of the deadlines. Another thing that I do as well is if the deadline is, let's say it's the 30th, I usually try to be ready before the deadline, depending on all the moving parts in life, of course, and other factors. But it is important to have a system, a process to really manage the deadlines in your business, in your personal life as well, to manage your things to do list. It can really get overwhelming, especially as your business grows, your life situation changes. There's gonna always be a bit of things to get done. So you want to do have a system. I know where it's at the time of this broadcast, it's almost gonna be year end, and that means getting ready for taxes for some persons, getting your books up to date and so forth. So you do want to have a system to you do want to have a system to ensure that you are managing this process well. You want to have a workflow. You want to have, do you need to get additional support? What is it that you're going to need to ensure that you meet those deadlines? When you meet those deadlines, one of the things are penalties. And apart from the penalties, it's just more things piling up and piling up and piling up. And that leads to even more overwhelm and frustration, depending on where you're at. So if you have your tips, how do you handle deadlines? What's working for you? Your things to do list, please drop them in the chat or feel free to share, because I always say we are a community, and you just never know who might need that additional support, and the tips that works for you might just support someone else in how they are handling all the moving parts of life. There are so many. So again, deadlines are real. You can get overwhelmed and frustrated about your deadlines, and you do want to always ensure that you have a system, a process to really maneuver through the over-mounting deadlines that do pile up at times. So that's our little talk for now, and we'll be back soon. Bye, guys.